friends. My name is Kate, and today we are sewing block number 8 from the Barnstar Sampler book. And the name of this block is the Farmer's Block. Okay, and it looks like this, right? And but I'm going to be using different motif in the middle. I'm going to be fuzzy cutting different fabric for both blocks, so they will have a different look to them. So the first one has this like a mini camper in the middle, and my other one is going to have another different fuzzy cutting fabric in between. I'm trying to have fun with it. So I want you to do the same thing in your sewing room, because guess what? It is your quilt. It is my quilt. I'm going to make it mine. So it's whatever you want to do. There is no wrong and there's no right. Everybody kind of does it the way it's pleasing to them. And that's what I'm doing here. And I'm sharing that with you to kind of so you can see there are other options, and also the way I choose my colors, the way I kind of make my colors work for me, and still sticking to what is in the book. So I'm using everything from my stash, and when it says sew from your stash, I got the memo. I'm using my stash. Everything here is from my stash and leftovers from quilt kit that I purchased. So I have not bought anything new from this. So from the quilt kit that I purchased, I'm using whatever's left over from those kits. And if I feel like I need to pull something from somewhere else in my stash, I go back here and I find fabric. I have enough fabric to last me for a lifetime. So that's what I do. And I hope that you are also using your stash. And I hope you're having fun with this with me. Um, so with that being said, let me stop talking. I'm gonna start sewing this block so you guys can see how my second one turned out. Let's sew. For time purposes, I have cut out my fabric ahead of time, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, this is my colors, or these are my colors rather. So like you already know by now that I like to have fun with my blocks. I'm going to put this in the middle, and I have a few cut out because I wasn't sure. I have this like a camper type looking fabric, and I have this is previously, and I have this little girl right here. I wasn't sure what I want to use. And then I have this, I have this, because my my creative brain was working overtime, so I couldn't pick which one. But I guess this so before the end of this so long, you will know which one I pick, right? So let me get going with the sewing, and let's see how this turns out. If it turns okay, so this is our A square right here, and we are going to put it together with our B square. Okay, and we're going to sew this part first, and then we're going to, within this step, there is 3 different things within this step we have to do this, and then we have to do the next step, and then we have to do another step, and we'll be done. This is just making the corners. It tells you to make your corner units first, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to sew our first step within the corner square, which is your square A and your rectangle B together. So we're going to make 4 of this. Okay, so here we go. And with this, I am going to press according to the pattern and to the book. So I am pressing this to the side, which is to the green. And the next one, I will also press per direction. And so far, since I've been pressing according to the book, it's been working out. But if you prefer to press open, that is completely okay. But for me, I'm just going to press per the pattern instruction for now. For our next step, so we're going to take our A unit, okay, and C unit right here. And we're kind of like almost a 9 patch, but not quite. Okay. And we're going to sew just like this. And I'm going to do this first so I don't confuse myself. So this one, I am pressing to the green and I'm finger pressing. I'm also still going to use my iron after after I've completed all 3 steps. It just doesn't make sense for me to get up right now and just iron every piece every single time. So I'm just gonna sew them first, then I'll go press. Saves me some time and getting up. So this is done, and I'm going to press to the green, finger pressing, finger pressed to the green, to the middle fabric. So whatever you're using for the middle fabric, you're gonna press to that. So now I just chain pieced it, and I'm just gonna clip it. So this is done. I'm gonna put it to the side. Remember, I'm still going to press it. This is in order that they're going to go right here. So if you can see right now, we're still making the corner unit. They're going to be like that. They're going to go kind of like a checkerboard effect. So now we're going to make the 3rd step within making the corner units, right? So we're going to take 4 more rectangles, and we're going to add another square to it. So we're going to take 4 squares from here, which is your piece D, and you're going to sew it just like that. Okay. Right here is done, and I'm going to press it to the dark. So whatever you've chosen, that's your dark piece, you're going to press towards that. Okay. And I'm going to finger press it open for now. To the side for now, and then I'll go and flatten it with my iron. So this section is done. So this is what it's looking like right now. Okay. And I'm going to press these with my iron, and I will bring it back. Okay. This is what our pieces are looking like right now. So we have, this is the first one, this goes in the middle, and this is this way, right? So you have, they're going like diagonal, the color are going diagonal. So make sure you don't have your piece going this way. So it's got to go like that. And if you really want to make it interesting, you can still keep 1, 2, 3. You can still keep the same color. It will kind of have that stair step looking all the way through the block. So that will be interesting too. But for the purpose of the block and the way it was written, so I'm just going to go this way for now. So now I'm going to piece them together. Just finger pressing them open. So now these are all sewn. I'm going to sew the last piece to this, and then we're done making the side, the corner unit. So here we go. All of my pieces are sewn together. What I'm going to do now is kind of press it with my iron so it will lay flatter, And I'm going to do that and I'll bring it back and we'll start on making the side unit step number 1. Okay. So now we are done making our corner pieces and I'm going to set it aside like that. And then now we're going to do step number 1 of making the side unit. So I'm going to take my square right here, right? And I'm going to take my piece D, another little square, and I'm going to set it right here. So we're going to make almost um, like a square in a square, but we're only going to do one side. So it's kind of like making a flying geese, but it looks like a little mini house. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I have completed this house looking thing right here. And so the next step is step number 2. I'm going to put that aside. And guess what? We are making another flying geese, y'all. Oh my goodness. We're making more flying geese. I don't think there is not a video that I have done that I've not done a flying geese. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. So we're making flying geese again. And y'all know the drill. It's just flying geese. So my flying geese are done. Nothing to it, just flying geese that I've been making for the past, I don't know how many months now. And so we're going to take the flying geese, which is step number 2, and sew it onto this house looking thing, like a double flying geese looking. So we're going to connect this together, and that's our step 1 and step 2 of making the side units. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to sew them together, and I like to flip my flying geese so that way I don't chop the head off. So there you go. I'm just going to finger press it to the side, which is going towards the larger half um, half square in a square thing. And it's going to look like a big arrow at this point. So just make sure that your colors, this large color matches this to give it that elongated arrow effect. Whatever color you've chosen, just make sure that, it gives you that arrow looking thing. So what I'm going to do now is press it, and I am pressing up this way. This is what the back look like. I did press this open, and I pressed this open because they are like flying geese. And if you press it to the side, it tends to make your block bulky at the end. So I pressed this part open, but I'm going to press this part right here to the side. So I'm going to go press it with my iron, and I'll bring it back. Okay. So this is what they look like right now. It looks like an arrow type thing, and I press the back side. I press this open. I press this up this way because it doesn't leave any bulk, and then this part right here are all pressed open. So I'm done with this part. I'm going to set it aside with our corner piece. So corner piece are done, and side units are done. So what we're doing now is making our, we're going to make the square in a square part, which is in the middle. Okay. And I think I'm going to go with this, but then I also have this this look like a camper. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with this, y'all. I like the vibrant and I like the color. I think it will bring out, it will kind of add color to this blue and green right here. So I think I'm gonna go with this, and I can also use this later. All right, so that was easy. And so I'm going to just do what we've been doing, square in a square, okay? And here we go. So this is what this my square in the square is looking like right now. That's the mauve or butterfly right there. I think it's very pretty. So I'm doing now is putting everything together. So I'm going to put um, the middle piece right here, and we're going to put our side units like so. Okay, I'm going to put our side unit like that. Okay, and then remember the corner piece that we did at the beginning, so it's gonna go right like that. Okay, and I don't advise using directional fabric with this block because it's gonna go every which way. This is what we are looking like right now. Okay, oh, I think it's upside down. Let me put it right side up. So this is what my block is looking like. I think this is super cute. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is sew all of them together to complete the entire block. And the reason why I pinned this in place, because I'm going to be chain piecing, and sometimes if I don't pay attention, I can flip this section and then they'll go a different way. So if I pin them in place, I know that they're not going to fall while I'm sewing this other piece right here. If I put them on my lap, it's not going anywhere. So I don't have to think about, oh yeah, where does it go? I just unpin it and then go and keep on sewing. So that helps me to not have to miss sew the sections together. I've sewn these together. I'm going to press it per the pattern instruction. So right now I'm just finger pressing it open. I'm just going to finger press it to where it's supposed to go so I can kind of train it to lay how I want it. So when I go iron it, I don't have to fight the iron with the seams flipping while I'm trying to sew. And over here, you see how there's a lot of seam. I did press these open right here. And so I'm going to press this middle part open. That way my block will lay a little flatter. So I will press it open to help lay flat. Okay. And I'm going to press this with my iron and I will bring it back and show you, and then we'll sew these. Oh, well, let me take it from here. Oh dear. So I'm going to press it and then I will sew this piece to this and then this to this right here. So let me press it and I'll bring it back and we'll finish up this entire block and I will show you what it looks like. If you're not, I mean, you can already see what it's looking like right now. So, but I'll show you what this block look like and the other block that I've made complete. Let me go press this and we'll be done, and I will show you what everything looks like. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is pin these seams. So sometime when you're sewing, your fabric tends to move, and the it moves your seam out of balance, or out of sequence, whatever you want to call it. So it makes it look like your seams are not lined up. So if I pin this in place, is I think it's like 99% chance that my seams will stay in place, and the other 1% will be a sewer's error, which happens a lot, like this. So I will also pin this right here in place as well. I know I don't pin typically while I'm making the sides, but when it comes to the end where the seams and the points and all that stuff have to match, I will make an effort to pin at that point, because it matters then to me. There's my block still comes out to what is good enough for me. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Pin him. Pin, pin, pin. And here we are. This is what our block look like. Okay. This is how my block turned out. This is the one we sewed together. And I wanted to keep it interesting. Okay. So the second one, I use like a camper fabric right here. I've had this, I think I've had this motif for a very long time, and I didn't know what to use it for. I don't even know where I got it from, to be honest. So I put it here, and I use a blue out here to kind of, I didn't want to use something flowery but this is how this came out. And this is how this came out. Okay, just that orange just kind of pop. And then this is nice too. It gives it where this is going to go. It's going to have other colors around it to kind of make it a little, make it look a little bit more interesting. But this one already looked interesting by itself. So, and I'm going to show you, since I said I was going to press to where the pattern said. So I press this guy's open, and I press right here. I press it open, and all my flying geese are all pressed open. So this is what the backside of this one looks like. Okay. And all the other ones are pressed to the side per the pattern instruction. Okay. And the same thing with this. I pressed open in the middle right here where all points meet. I pressed everything open, and then the other side bars or side units, I pressed them to the side. So our block is done, right? You know what that means? I've completed my block. And if you have not subscribed yet and you've watched the videos, and you always watch my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share with your friends. That's all I'm asking, right? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.